Duggar News followers know Jana Duggar is back in the limelight again following the controversies surrounding Josh Duggar. She has been on a social media hiatus while she was away. A lot went down in her life. Jana slowly began to open up about these things through her social media handle. She first showed off the tiny house in Arkansas that she had moved to and how she had renovated it. Viewers must remember how Jim Bob is a huge name in the real estate world. His kids and in-laws are also contract, so renovating and revamping properties comes easily to the family. Jana revealed how she moved to Nebraska with her husband Stephen into their new fixer. Upper, how does the place look? Let's take an inside tour of the same. It had been a while since Duggar News followers caught up with Jana, but when she announced her return on social media, the star revealed a lot of big changes. One of them was tying the knot with old flame Stephen Wisman that she reconciled with in 2024. They had a lavish wedding in Arkansas in August 2024, and they moved to Nebraska. In Nebraska, the couple is living in a fixer-upper mansion. They have a passion for renovating properties because of their family history. In a new weekly YouTube video, Jana gives viewers updates about her home. In the recent one, she showed off the kitchen's progress that the couple had been revamping from scratch, but fans have often wondered what Jana and Stephen's new home looks like as a whole. Let's check it out. It has been overwhelming for Jana to embrace all the changes that came with her marriage all her life. The Duggar News star was in Arkansas. She also stepped up to help her siblings grow up when most of the adult siblings moved away and settled on their own after marriage. But after her wedding to Stephen Wisman, it was Jana's time to move away. As mentioned above, Jana and Stephen are building their lives together in Nebraska. They own a fixer-upper. They're worth $275. $5,000. The website reveals that the property has 5 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and is spread across $2,152 scoofed. It is a ranch home with 2 levels along with having a complete fence. The house also has a big storage shed in the yard. The property lot is 25 acres with the first level having 3 bedrooms, 1 open kitchen, and a living and dining area. Meanwhile, it's the basement that has the other 2 bedrooms, along with an additional bathroom and recreation room. The site also says that the property was sold in 2023. It looks like it was already in either Stephen or Jana's possession, hence they decided to make this house their home right after their marriage. Jana and Stephen's families also visit often. They help the couple speed up the process of revamping their property. Keep an eye on TV season and spoilers for more Duggar News updates on their 30th birthday in January 2020. John David's twin confessed in a sweet message to him, "Ever since John and I were little, we've been asked if we have that twin thing, the thing where you feel what the other one is feeling or know what the other one is thinking." Well, John, I've always answered that with a no, but now I can honestly say that the day little Gracie was born, I felt every bit of happiness that you did, so I guess it must be real. Jana continued, "It's so sweet watching you and Avi's parents. You're natural, and the same qualities that have made you a wonderful brother will also make you an amazing dad." And while Jana watched 11 of her 18 brothers and sisters get married before she found love with Stephen Wisman, whose sister, Hannah Wisman, is married to the former TLC star's brother, Jeremiah, she believes it's all part of God's plan. I haven't always understood what the bigger picture is, but I know that God knows what is best for all of us, and so for me, it's getting married later," Janet told People in August 2024, shortly before her wedding. "Each of our stories will be written differently. If we were all the exact same, it would be a boring life." Food Tuga revealed that her brother Jason Duggar's wedding to wife Maddie Grace broke a family rule set in place by parents Jim Bob Duggar and Michelle. Duggar Jason, 24, and Maddie opted to have a dance floor at their wedding reception that took place in Tennessee on October 3rd, making it the first Duggar wedding to include dancing. Stuff happened at this wedding that's never happened at a Duggar wedding before Jinger's husband. Jeremy Vu said during the Wednesday, October 23rd episode of the Jinger and Jeremy podcast, You Know What I'm Talking about 3 words, cha-cha slide Jinger. 30 noted that Jason's wedding was the first in her family to include a dance floor, and she revealed that many of the guests didn't know how to dance unless the song provided specific instructions. One knows how to dance, the former Counting On star said, I mean not no one. Some of the siblings, some of them have done dance lessons, and some of the bridesmaids, but it's not part of the culture at all, and so it just was interesting. That was an experience after noting that Janet Duggar and Stephen Wisman shared a first dance during their wedding in August. Jason and Maddie provided the opportunity for everyone to get on the dance floor. Jason and Maddie had the first dance, and then they open the dance floor. Jeremy, 37, explained this poor DJ had to be so confused as to what was happening. Beautiful first dance, and then daddy-daughter dance, and then they opened the dance floor, and he was playing hits to Jeremy. The DJ would get confused after noticing the crowd would only get on the dance floor when he played songs with instructions. I went up to him at one point, and I was like, bro, do you have any idea what you got to do at this wedding? Jar J.I. said, and he was like, no. But it's wild, and I just said, dude, you just need to know they don't dance. Despite being a new experience for the Duggars, Jeremy insisted that including dancing in the ceremony made for a ton of fun. He then told his wife, but it made me realize, Jinger, as many weddings as we go to, we got to take some dance lessons. And Michelle, 58, raised their kids under a strict set of rules, including that they weren't allowed to dance, while the parents' par have said that dancing promotes sensuality. Jessa Duggar told Us Weekly in 2014 that dancing encompasses sex, drugs, all that tea for us, because I'm from Tennessee, and so half my family lives in Tennessee and Kentucky. And then we're moving to Arkansas. Maddie told People about the ceremony in a story published on October 4th. It's just a big party where everybody gets together. She added that it was special to have everybody together just to celebrate their nuptials. You never get another day in your life where all of your loved ones are together. She added, IP of Stu. Jason Duggar and his wife, Maddie Grace, had a Duggar family first at their October 3rd wedding, which his sister Jinger Duggar and brother-in-law Jeremy Vu pointed out on their podcast. FF Jason Duggar and his wife Maddie Grace celebrated their wedding day on their own terms. The couple who tied the knot in front of friends and family on October 3rd opted to have a dance floor at their wedding reception of their Tennessee nuptials, marking a first for the Duggar family. Some stuff happened at this wedding that's never happened at a Duggar wedding before, Jeremy Vu said on the October 23rd episode of His and Wife Jinger Duggar Vo's podcast. You Know What I'm Talking About 3 words, cha-cha slide. Jinger, 30, explained why there had never been a dance floor at a Duggar wedding, sharing that many of the guests didn't know how to dance unless the song provided instructions. No one knows how to dance, Jinger said. I mean, not no one. Some of the siblings, some of them have done dance lessons, and some of the bridesmaids, but it's not part of the culture at all, and so it just was interesting. That was an experience. The couple noted that Jana Duggar and Stephen Wisman, who tied the knot in August, shared the first dance moment in the Duggar family, but Jason and Maddie provided the first dance floor for guests. But then Jason and Maddie had the first dance, and then they opened the dance floor. Jeremy said this poor DJ had to be so confused as to what was happening. Beautiful first dance, and then daddy-daughter dance, and then they open the dance floor, and he was playing hits. Jeremy went on to explain the DJ would get confused when the crowd would get into a dance with instructions, and then clear the dance floor for popular songs. I went up to him at one point, and I was like, "Bro, do you have any idea what you got to do at this wedding?" Jeremy recalled. And he was like, "No, but it's wild." And I just said, "Dude, you just need to know they don't dance overall." The new addition to the Duggar Traditions was a success in Jeremy's book. It was a ton of fun, Jeremy said, before adding to his wife. But it made me realize, Jinger, as many weddings as we go to, we got to take some dance lessons. The 12th of Jim Bob Duggar and Michelle. Duggar's 19 kids married Maddie on October 3rd, after the couple met on Instagram, despite living across the country from one another. The couple exchanged vows in front of around 300 guests, especially for us, because I'm from Tennessee, and so half my family lives in Tennessee and Kentucky, and then we're moving to Arkansas. Maddie explained to People in an interview published October 4th, just being able to see everybody in one place. It's just a big party where everybody gets together for a breakdown of the Duggar family tree read on the parents of 19 and grandparents of over 36 little. One started out as high school. Sweethearts Michelle has recalled being saved at 15. Then one night, Jim Bob was making home outreach visits on behalf of his Baptist church, and he ended up knocking on the Ruhr family's door after his friend told him that this girl from school that just got saved and is a cheerleader lived there. They invited Michelle to Sunday school at their church, and Jim Bob said he prayed to God that they could be each other's spiritual leaders, though apparently their first meeting wasn't as memorable for Michelle. A year later, she applied for a job at the frozen yogurt shop owned by Jim Bob's parents. "You came to the counter where I was standing by the cash register and introduced yourself," Michelle remembered in a letter posted on the family blog in 2017 for Jim Bob's birthday and their 33rd wedding anniversary. "You were shy, but very sweet. I really don't remember much about that conversation, except that you finally mustered up the courage to ask me if I would go to your junior-senior banquet with you." She attended the dinner with him at Shiloh Christian, but it was when they hung out afterward discussing the Bible for hours at her parents' house that she knew from there, "We believe our hearts were knit together." Michelle has said, "We graduated high school in May of 1984 and were married in July. I was 17. And Jim Bob was 19. The couple dedicated themselves to God and each other for the long run." Jim Bob is a former state legislature, having served in the Arkansas House of Representatives for the 6th District from 1999 until 2002, during which he was vice chair of the House of Corrections and Criminal Law Subcommittee, or run for U.S. Senate in 2002. Ended in the primary, as did a bid in 2006 to become the Republican nominee for Arkansas State Senate District 35. He and Michelle, who are both licensed realtors, have been active in conservative causes, an aspect of their lifestyle that won them in 19 Kids and Counting, which premiered in 2008 as 17 Kids and Counting. Both fierce supporters and fierce critics. A robocall Michelle recorded in 2014, encouraging people to vote against a proposed anti-discrimination ordinance in Phil, in which she said she was calling to inform them of the so-called dangers of making it legal for transgender men and women to use the facilities they feel safest and most comfortable in. Inspired a Change.org petition demanding TLC cancel their show. The City Council approved the ordinance. Eldest Duggar child Josh was born March 3, 1988. He too became a conservative activist, campaigning for the Family Research Council. He stepped down after old police records surfaced in 2015, revealing that he had been accused of molesting several girls, including his sisters Jessa And Jill, when he was a teenager, Jessa defended her brother in a sit-down with Fox News that June insisting that the worst names people were calling Josh were so overboard, and a lie really I'd mean people get mad at me for saying that, but I can say this because I was one of the victims his wife also stuck by him, including after he admitted to being unfaithful when he checked into a treatment center in 2016. His parents called it a crucial first step in recovering and healing. Parents of three-daughter Mackenzie, October 8, 2009, and sons Michael Juni, 15/2011, and Marcus June 2, 2013. When a scandal broke, Anna gave birth to their fourth child Meredith on July 16, 2015, the same day TLC canceled 19 kids. Their fifth child, son Misson Garrett, was born September 12. 2017 daughter Mariella Hope arrived November 27, 2019, and baby number 7. Madison Lily was born October 23, 2021. In a federal indictment filed in April 2021, Josh was charged with a count apiece of receipt and possession of child pornography. He pleaded not guilty on both counts. In 2022, Josh was found guilty on both counts and sentenced to 12.5 years in prison shortly after. Josh was born. Michelle got pregnant again but suffered a miscarriage, while she and Jim Bob were still grieving that loss and praying for guidance. They found out that twins were on the way. We felt it was a double blessing, she told Love, to know God was encouraging our hearts. We're still learning it's really so unusual because I breastfeed my babies. But my children are so close together. I have a baby, and then 8 months later, I'm expecting just another unusual thing the Lord has seen fit to do with our situation. John David and his sister Jana were born on January 12, 1990 after a whirlwind courtship. They did know of each other for several years, though, before meeting at a church event in Abby's home state of Oklahoma. In a short engagement, John David and Abby got married on November 3, 2018. They welcomed daughter Grace and Duggar on January 7, 2020, and son Charlie Duggar in September 2022. Joe was born on May 17, 1991, in a love story reminiscent of her parents. Joe first met Derek, who grew up about 45 minutes away, on Christmas 2011 when he stopped by the Duggar family abode while out caroling with his church group. Jim Bob played matchmaker, and Jill and Derek hit it off, growing closer over email and Skype. Father and daughter went to visit Derek in Nepal that November, and Jill and Derek continued to fall for each other. In February 2014, Derek asked Jim Bob for his daughter's hand in marriage, and they tied the knot on June 21, 214. They are parents to 3 sons: Israel, born on April 6, 2015, Samuel, born July 8, 2017, and Frederick, born July 7, 2022. In April 2024, Jill shared that she had suffered a pregnancy loss while expecting her and Derek's first baby girl. The couple started on 19 kids and counting, and later counting on Derek was fired from the show in 2017 after making homophobic remarks about fellow TLC reality star Jazzy Jennings. Jill and Derek reflected on the controversies and religious beliefs surrounding her family in the Amazon Prime Video documentary Shiny Happy People: Duggar Family Secrets, which premiered in June 2023. Jim Bob and Michelle's 5th child was born November 4, 1992. Jessa met Ben through church, and he began courting her in 2013. The old-fashioned approach to romance coming as a brand new notion to a lot of viewers. The kids never talked about their romances pre-engagement, so Jim Bob explained to people courting is getting to know each other in a group, setting both family spending time together and the couple setting goals together to determine if they are meant to marry. With dating, a couple will often pair off alone, and that sometimes leads to a more physical relationship. Ben asked for Jessa's hand and then proposed in August 2014, sealing the deal by holding her hand for the first time. They married on November 1, 2014. Jessa was pregnant with their first child when 19 Kids and Counting was canceled, and TLC subsequently aired a special about sexual abuse featuring Jill and Jessa to further educate viewers on the subject. The sisters would end up the stars of their own show, Jill and Jessa Counting. On that winter, the show then evolved to become Counting On, featuring other Duggar siblings as well. Meanwhile, Jessa and Ben welcomed son Spurgeon on November 5, 2015, son Henry on February 6, 2017, daughter Ivy Jane on May 28, 2019, and daughter Fern in July 2021. In February 2023, Jessa shared that she suffered a miscarriage over the 2022 holiday season. She gave birth to her fifth child, George. In December 2023, the sixth Duggar child was born December 21, 1993. Jen Jeremy met doing ministry work in Laredo, Texas, and started courting in 2016. They married on November 5, 2016. The bride's nephew's Spurgeon's birthday. But you just try not overlapping milestones when you're one of 19. And we're promptly the subject of pregnancy rumors. Where we see ourselves in a year is probably just settled down, still doing ministry here in Laredo, and just seeking to serve the Lord. However, Weekend singer said on a June 2017 episode of Counting On, their daughter Felicity was born July 19, 2018. In May of that year, they revealed that Jinger was pregnant again and that she had suffered a miscarriage the previous fall. In November 2020, they welcomed daughter Evangeline Joe number 7 was born on January 20, 1995. Taking advantage of the romantic setting, Joseph proposed to Kendra, whom he met through church at his sister Jonah's wedding in May 2017. After just a few months of courting, that I was definitely nervous going into it. But I wasn't afraid that she was going to say no, because she has said, "I'm just waiting on you," Joseph told People. After popping the question, added KRA, "I'm so happy and so shocked. There's so many words I want to say, but just shocked." They since welcomed 3 kids, son Garrett, born June 2018, daughter Addison, born November 2019, daughter Brooklyn, born February 2019, and son Justice, born May 2023. 8th in line, Joja was born on August 28, 1996. Just a few months after his courtship with Lauren went public, the couple announced their engagement in March 2018. The place where I proposed to Lauren is the exact spot where her parents were engaged, he said in a statement. There's a lot of family history on this property, making it a special place for Lauren, her future mother-in-law. Michelle said in a video posted on the family's blog, "We love Lauren. She is such a precious girl." Jessa and Ben also offered congratulations and chocolate shaped like X's and O's. Pretty sure that y'all want to save your first kiss for your wedding day. But if you come over here, we'll give you. She held up this sweet consolation prize. A previous courtship with Marjorie Jackson didn't work out, and they went their separate ways in the summer of 2015. Marjorie and I had a good time together, Joja recalled to People in March 2016. We were just trying to follow God's lead on everything. She didn't feel that it was the right timing then, so we called it quits for a bit. He and Lauren tied the can June 30th, 2018, telling People their wedding day was absolutely perfect. They welcomed daughter Bella Rowe On November 8, 2011, the name, translating to Miracle Baby after the couple revealed Lauren had suffered a miscarriage in October 2018. They welcomed another daughter, Daisy, in 2022. And a son named Ezra in May 2023. The ninth Duggar sibling was born October 28th, 1997. She knew Austin for 15 years as a friend before he started courting her, after which they didn't waste any time. He proposed in February 2017, and they married on May 26, 2017 at Cross Church in Ears, Arkansas, the wedding where Joseph proposed to Kendra. They welcomed son Gideon Martin Forsythe on February 23, 2018. In 2019, Jonah suffered a pregnancy loss with a baby girl at 20 weeks. Jana Duggar. Child number 12 was born on April 21, 2000. In January 2017, the Daily Mail reported that Jim Bob helped Jace buy a $33,000 fixer-upper in Prairie Grove, Arkansas, about 30 minutes away from the Duggar family homestead, and he ended up starting his own construction company. But of course, he wasn't too busy to help Jed with his campaign. He went Instagram official with girlfriend Maddie Grace in May 2024, and the two got engaged in August 2024. On his 19th birthday in 2019, his mom wrote he is the Funko Fun uncle, and all the younger boys around here look up to him and want to be just like him. James is able to do just about anything he thinks of. Even as a child, we would find James fixing various household appliances. He has always been one to take things apart, figure out how they work, and put them back together. With a few special modifications this year, James worked hard to get his CDL, and he has become an expert at driving all the big trucks and heavy machinery. We can't wait to see what God has in store for him in the future.